Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Temur Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one. Eldrazi Ramp, Tron, what you on, friend? I'd love to see a forest off top. Actually, probably would love to see a Ugin Lab off top. That'd probably be the best case scenario by and large. One's thinking hard here. Either that or hardly thinking. The cards in Excel give us a good idea of what we're playing against, at least. Excuse me. Apologies in advance for all the sniffling and sneezing. My allergies seem to have driven into overdrive. Okay, so this is a interesting version of Basking Broodscale. It actually might be similar to my version with Ugin Lab. So I really want a red source now. Alright, draw Cavernous Souls. Okay, that's interesting. We'll go E-Temp. We'll pass. So we can Cavernous Souls into Null Drifter. Lash Rake, okay. That's fine. Though they could win next turn. Yikes, 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 yikes. Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. Talisman of Curiosity. We'll pass. And pass. Alright, do you have the Broodscale? If you do, you win. Point blank statement. Stomping Ground. Shock. 3. Broodscale. Concede. Yeah, my only out there was having access to K return. I think we were just a few turns behind. So, Basking Broodscale. Lost for game 1. Let's move the sideboard. What do we want here? So we're gonna want Wastegate, Battle Mage, Dismember. We can cut Gemstone, keep Bog. Ghost Quarters isn't bad. It's a Saga deck, so Ghost Quarters is decent. We can cut 2 7-mana value spells. I'm thinking Ugin. Let me take a look at my sideboard guide. For Broodscale. Yep, cut Ugin. And also want a K return. Because K return's very solid here. Wastecape, Dismember, cut a Rumble, and 2 Chrysalis? Yes. Okay, let's run it like this. Yeah, because Land Destruction doesn't do too much here. Still have 9 7-minute value spells, have a decent amount of removal, have Wastegate. Okay. Let's see. Opponent will probably bring in Wastegate if they play it. Thief of Existence, Soul Guide Lantern. I think we saw that main. What else? On the play for game 2. There's Wastegate. I'll keep. Again, a little bit slow. We'll go Bog. Off the top, Temple, Talisman, hold Dismember. Again, another Devourer. The Jukabog, target you. I mean, I guess Devourer could be played in place of TKS, theoretically. The only downside of doing that is that It's a bit of a non-buff half lane. It'll just sometimes eat a half lane for no reason, right? I think the numbers we got on Devourer. Actually, I'm trying to remember. What are my numbers on Devourer for Broodscale? I'm kind of curious now. Devourer of Destiny. Not great. Not great, but not horrible either. Yeah. So negative, but not like to the point where I would never run Devourer. But I'm not sure it's necessary either. But I imagine an opponent probably plays Devourer over, let's say, half lane, and maybe runs Ugin's Lab instead. I'd be curious to see if that's the case. They're in red, though. The question then is, they run Chrysalis? Maybe. It is an interesting thought, at least. Maybe it's worth retesting Devourer with half lane and no lab. It could be worth it. Run 4 of over TKS. Getting to 7 isn't impossible, especially with E-Temp. Springleaf Saga, Wooded Foothills, Fetch. Green Stirrings, yep. Blade, okay. Draw. If they play Blade in advance, then we can Wasescape it. We'll pass. We'll hold Dismember. E-Temp. And Flesh Rake. Yep. And Dismember. Goodbye, Flesh Rake. Draw. Windswept Teeth. Let's start with Rumble. E-Temp Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go with Breaker then. Alternatively, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we could go Null Drift, but Breaker seems to be a better option overall. Yeah, let's go Breaker. Play Windswept Teeth and pass. But a pause on end step and grab our breeding pool so we can double kick the Wasescape if needed. That'd be my thought, at least. And worst comes to worst, we can always evoke Null Drifter. Ugin's Lab, so they are on the lab plan. Tuck the Devourer. Okay, interesting. I'd love to see the rest of their list. I'm curious. Because we did test lab and it was pretty decent. It just kind of sucked because the mana base was rough. Flash Rake. Okay. And Blades mana neutral. Pithy Needle. Fetch Windswept Teeth. Don't want them getting any smart ideas. Tapped. Pass. Needle. I guess they could name Karn. Yep. There's Blade. Draw. Misty Rain. So let's start by kick. We could Misty Rain and fetch for stomp. Yeah, so kick. So hit the blade. Excuse me. Hit the flesh rake or hit the spawns? I think we hit the flesh rake. Make them recast, basically. At this point, we'll pass and pause on end step. Flesh rake, yep. Lab. No imprint. Oof. 3. Another flesh rake would be trouble. 4 for TKS. Ballista X2. Okay. So at a theoretical 7, 8. Ping. Okay. So 8, theoretical 7. Misty Rain, Stomping Grounds tapped. Draw. Catacombs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. World Breaker. Let's get rid of the lab. One less card for you to manage. And then I think I need to hold back blockers. We'll pass. Because right now we're at a theoretical 7. Four, 5, 6. Is this a K command? Because we lose, I think. And K command X4. I think we're at 1. But if they find a single colorless, yeah. Actually, no, because they can just buff the ballista, ping me for 2. Yeah, we lose. Unfortunate. Alright. Well, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. Actually, no, we're at 3. So they're 1 off for now. That will not last for long, though. I can imagine. Yep. And K command will do it. GG's. Alright. I'm trying to think if we could have done anything else. I guess I could have tried to null drift the dig for something. Yeah, maybe. Alright. Well, it is what it is. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. I will keep. I will pass. Guess we'll go E-Temp first. Gala Shrine. Thoughts. Kozilek's. Okay, so it takes the K command. That does shift some things. I mean, I think we still go E-Temp. Yeah, probably. Well, if they have White Orchid Phantom main, the E-Temp feels worse than the lab by comparison. In that case, we'll lab, tuck the drift, and hold. And hold. Probably end up going Commercial District next turn. Witch Blessed. So that's a Felia. Would love a K command off top. Alright, play the E-Temp and hold. End step Felia. ETB K command. Ramp Exile. Hope for a land off top. Because that way you can cast Sire Breaker. And done. We'll pass and hold. Bog, Bolt, Recruiter, resolves. And finds what? Flicker Wisp. Okay. Land off top. Malevolent Rumble. No lands. Commercial District. Trigger. So in Mycospawn, top, pass. And hold in case they attempt to Flicker Wisp the Ugin Lab. Attack for 1. Take the 1. On a 19. Thoughtseize. Resolves. You have a lot of things here you don't want me to cast, to be honest. Probably takes the World Breaker, I'd imagine, though. That way they can cast an Overlord of the Balemerc and not have it get exiled. That'd be my guess, at least. Takes a Rumble. Interesting. Ethem. Resolves. Finds Witch. Bolt. Bold move caught him. Emperor Bones. I'm pretty sure you just killed yourself. Because this is now, for all intent and purposes, have hexproof. Ethem, Recruiter, okay. Find Solitude, sure. Thoughtseize. Takes World Break. Really should have probably taken the Mycospawn. Yeah, because you now need to Solitude your own creature to gain enough life to then Solitude Sire. And that's fine. What? Draw. Inverting Catacombs. Fetch. We'll want a shock land, so let's go Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool Shock. So in Mycospawn, kick. Go after your black source. Normally I would go after your man lands. You'll adapt. Sure. You don't want a Bajuka Bog. We could go Ghost Quarter, theoretically. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Though, 2, 4... we'll be short regardless. Yeah, we'll go Ghost Quarter then. Alright. Adapt. Okay. I mean, I'll still swing in. We kill the World Breaker. That deals 5, but that's not enough to do much of value. I mean, actually, we could just kill the Bones and Recruiter, and that's fine, too. Solitude. Solitude's gonna have to exile... What did you pitch? Flicker Wisp? Friend. Ward, pay 7. Exile World Breaker? Okay. So this will work. So that's an Ethem. Yes. Pays the ward. Smart. Okay. That does work. Evoke. Can't do anything about that. No cards in hand. Rebound, Solitude, target Sowing Myco spawn. You are at 2 though. Targets the Recruiter. Interesting. Recruiter finds what? Flicker Wisp. I guess you could Flicker Wisp the Solitude instead. Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp the Null Drift. Flicker Wisp the Solitude. Okay. Bones, eats K command. Take the 4 down to 19. Yep. That's fine. Draw. Ugin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rough. In that case, no Ugin. Instead, we go Chrysalis instead of for Ugin next turn. Chrysalis makes 2 spawns. And we hold. Arid Mesa. Fetching if that would be dangerous. Emperor Bones eats K command. Passing, draw, lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold up the Null Drift. I think that's right. So lab. No. Trigger 1. Always yield. Trigger 2. Always yield. Ugin, Exile, Solitude. Probably what I'm most afraid of right now. Plus Ugin, draw a card. Rumble, we'll pass, no attacks. Fetch Arid Mesa to 1. Sharding Backstreet. Bold Move Cotton. Plains to Yard, 1 in hand. We know it's not an Ephem. Black, white, Overlord. Okay. Finds a Flicker Wisp, or which returns Flicker Wisp. Okay. Emperor Bones eats Rumble. 2 in hand. We know one of them's a Flicker Wisp. And Bone scoops it up. Alright, we'll take the 1. So this is Blink. Let's get a sideboard. Let's see here. So we want Wastegate, we want Dismember. We don't want Bog, though it is Recruiter version, so Bog's not necessarily bad. Ghost Quarter's good. We want to cut what? Against Blink. See, on one hand, Sire's kind of mid. On the other hand, it's not necessarily bad. Cut a Rumble. See, World Breaker's good. Null Drifter's okay. Because it can re-trigger K return. Ugin just is solid all around. So yeah, maybe do cut the Sire. And cut a Ghost Quarter. I mean, I kind of like the Ghost Quarter here against Blink. There is some relevance. So maybe cut a Chrysalis. Yeah. Let's do that. Alright. Got Chrysalis. Keep the Ghost Quarter. Cut the Rumble. Nothing else really needs anything needs to come in, so I think we're good. Could argue the 4th K return coming in, but I don't think it's necessary. I think with the Dismember we have enough removal. Dismember, K return, K command, we have 9 pieces of removal, and then Wastegate has kind of pseudo removal. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep this. Gemstone Caverns, exile. Let's go with Ugin. And pass. Arid Mesa fetch. Starting Backstreet Surveil. Okay. Draw. Wastegate Battle Mage. Thinking Wooded Foothill fetch. Fetch for what though? Let's fetch for Stomping Ground or Breeding Pool. Let's go Stomping Ground Shock. Malevolent Rumble. Emrakul, Talisman, Sire. This is pretty heavy. Emrakul is tempting, but the Emperor Bones will eat away at my yard, which is a bit rough. I mean, I'm thinking the Talisman's the most reasonable thing here. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, Emrakul's not bad. I think we go Talisman. 4 types in yard. We'll pass and hold. Marsh Flats fetch, 18. Could be a White Orchid Phantom, 16. Black, Overlord of the Bailmerk. We'll pass and fold. This is why we have the Wastegate. Grabs a Recruiter. Yes, draw. So, in that case, I'll play the Ghost Quarter so I don't have to sack the spawn. Yes. Wastegate, kick. Overloaded Bailmerk down, and pass. And pass. Black, black, another Overlord. Finds Felia, Emperor Bones. Picks up Witch. Okay. Draw. Dismember. I'll hold the Ghost Quarter up. So I'll play Talisman. Windswept Teeth so we can fetch for Surveil. And attack for 2. Down to 14. We'll hold the Ghost Quarter, hold Dismember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Ugin next turn. That is a Flicker Wisp. That will resolve. Targeting what? Overlord. Overlord comes in at end step. That is fine. And ETB. Witch Enchanter or Felia? Witch Enchanter. I will Dismember Overlord, see if you have a Ephem. There's the Ephem. Target the Overlord. Overlord trigger. There's Ashiok, so it takes the Felia. Yep. Oh no, I guess he is Planeswalkers, so yeah, Ashiok works. End step. 12. Commercial District trigger. Verdant Catacombs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to yard. And pass. And draw. Mycospawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugin. Target Overlord. Overlord down. Ugin plus. Draw Talisman. I can't block the Flicker Wisp. Am I worried about anything else? I mean, if they have a Emperor Bones, they can grab my Emrakul, and I'll just be dead regardless. So I think attacking with Wastegate is fine. Not much else I can do. Yep, if I die, I die here. Flicker Wisp. Flicker Witch Blessed. So no Emperor Bones then. 3 Vindicate. Rude. Witch Blast Bolt to 9. Flicker Wisp. Witch Blast. Draw. K Return. K Return's tempting. Right now I only have access to 5. Interesting. Go to combat. Attack of the Wayscape. Block, that's fine. Play Talisman. Hold up red and the Ghost Quarter. And hold K Return. I'm at 15 right now, so I'm not too pressed to rush out. 3 Ashiok. Maybe I should have played the Myco Spawn in advance. Ashiok. Yep. The combat. Do I need to rush out the K Return? Probably not. At the same time... Yeah, probably not. That's fine. Draw. Sprawl. Sprawl's mana neutral. For blue, kick the Myco. Kick the Witch Blast. See if you have another Ephem. You do have another Ephem. Yep, can't search. Yeah, so maybe I should have cast it last turn just so we could play around that. Ephem, target Witch Blast. It's the Utopia Sprawl. Yep. White, black. We're not out yet by any means. White, white, white orchid. Yep, that's fine. Ghost Quarter gets eaten. That's our last forest, though. Ashiok must have hit the other one. They probably should have Ashioked first. Though I guess maybe they thought that I couldn't search. K Return seems right here. Yeah. Guess they could have a push, but I feel like they probably board push out. Solitude instead. Solitude the Myco spawn. No reason to play the lab right now, so we'll just pass. And pass. Emperor. Emperor grabs what? White Orchid Phantom makes sense. Draw. World Break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I had played the Myco Spawn earlier to play around the Ashiok, we would have been better off. Unfortunate. Oh, we'll play the Ugin Lab. I guess tucking it would insulate it from a seize effect. So let's do this. And hold. Probably best to use the adapt on my upkeep. Yeah. They might just do it now to hit me for 6. Ashiok. adapt. Trigger, targets, return World Breaker to hand. And at this point, we can pass in full. I'll just shuffle up. Fail to find. Yep. Marsh Flats fetch the 8. So we can find an E-temp. Are all my E-temps still around? Other bones. 1, 2. So I think it's still some E-temps. Okay. Take 6, down to 6. And draw. Sprawl, we'll concede. Lost for game 2. Let's move to game 3. Alright, we will cut Gemstone and bring back in Chrysalis. That makes sense to me. Yes. Okay. Let's run it back. Yeah, if I played around the Ashiok, I probably had a little bit more of a chance, but because we didn't, we were in a bit of a pickle. On the play for game 3. I'll keep. I mean, it's a K command X 2/2, which is always solid. Pass and hold. Ashiok to yard. Okay. Draw. E-temp. Pass and hold. And hold. Let's see if you have a White Orchid. Fetch. Arid Mesa. And White Orchid ETB. Target. I'll float 2. And then search. And then forest. And K command X equals 2. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. K return. Currently can't cast. Sanctum top. And draw. Ugin. So I'm thinking we kick Mycospawn. And go after Shadowy Backstreet. Could just go for another E-temp. I'm thinking Ugin's Lab, honestly. The alternative is actually going for maybe a fetch. That way we can grab Commercial District, play Chrysalis. That actually might be better, honestly. Because otherwise we go E-temp, 2, 4, 5, 6, but nothing's really castable. We go Lab, but nothing's really castable. If this was a Talisman of Impulse, then I think I would go for the Lab plan, but let's go Wooded Foothills. And pass. And I imagine they attack. Bog. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize resolves. Imagine you take the Ugin, if I had to wager, I guess. Yep. Do you go to combat? 2 in the air. Yep. Pause on end step, no blocks. Fetch Wooded Foothills. For Commercial District trigger. Sprawl on top in case you do White Orchid me. Draw. Sprawl for red. Chrysalis trigger. And go to combat. Solitude. I always do this in the wrong order. I really should be attacking prior to. This is mana neutral. They don't have enough for a Witch Enchanter yet. So, trigger. Always yield. And pass. Now we can block the White Orchid. They don't have an Ethan, which is good. Overlord of the Balamurk picks up the Solitude. Guess they could pick up Ashiok. Imagine they pick up Solitude. Yep. Makes sense to me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in that case, we can cast Chrysalis. Now Imprint. 1. I guess we just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Triggers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triggers. 6 triggers. 7 triggers. 4 types in Yard. Sanctum trigger. Overlord down. Do I want to sack Sanctum? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So short on Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're good everywhere else. If they had an Ethan, they would have used it earlier. They don't. So I am going to grab... Thinking either Null Drift or Sire. Could also grab another World Break. Sire would be good, but Null Drift is castable regardless, which is what kind of pushes me in that direction. I'm going to go Null Drift, just in case they are able to get rid of a land. Go to combat. There's Solitude. Solitude hits Chrysalis, level 6 up to 26. And pass. What do you pitch? Pitch to Vindicate. No attacks. We draw. Dismember. Excuse me. Cast Null Drift. Draw 2. 2k returns. Interesting. Alright, we'll go to combat. And swing for 10. Block. Alright. And Felia. Sure. Fetch. Shadowy Backstreet. Marsh Flats to Yard. And fetch. Or pass. You're currently at 8, so I have lethal on board, unless you find another blocker. Even then, we have Dismember, K return, opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Alright. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3, on the play for game 1. Let's take a look. I mean, it's a turn 2 Rumble. It's not bad, but not great. I mean, we're looking or angling for a K command X3, which could get us to a Ugin X4. Sure, let's fire it off. Misty Rainforest, pass. Put a pause on end step. Seiju, Amulet. Okay. Well, this hand already feels too slow now. Commercial District, E-Temp top. That could help. Draw, E-Temp, Rumble. Ooh. As much as I want the E-Temp, I want the Ghost Quarter more. I'll pass. And pass. Because Ghost Quarter can delay them. In K command, X equals 2, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'd still be short. Simic, Spelunking. Spelunking plays around Ghost Quarter. GSC for 1, Grazer. So it's a plus 1, 2, Aftermath. We can exile the Aftermath. Yeah, that was a bit of a bold move on their part. So I will ramp exile and hold up the Ghost Quarter. And done. And hold. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could go Sire next turn, theoretically. Again, hold up the Ghost Quarter. Best thing off the top would probably be Pact. Pact for what? Titan. Oh, yes, son of a... Yeah, can't interact with that. Yep. Sack, Titan, Titan ATB, Hammer Battlements, and probably Crumbling Vestige. If they do that, we'll pop the Hammer Battlements. No, just pick up the Seiju. I mean, I can pop the Simic Growth Chamber, but is that worth it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not. A lab might be better. 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna hold. We'll see what they do here. Picks up the Beseiju. Grazer. Crumbling Vestige. Okay. So you now have the Beseiju. Guess you could Beseiju now? No. Interesting. Draw. Unfortunately short, so you hit the E-Temp? Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E-Temp down. Just go Stomping Grounds tapped? Probably. Play Breeding Pool, tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, Breeding Pool tapped. Hold up the Ghost Quarter. 1k return in yard. You have to pay for Pact. Yep. Attack with Titan. What do you grab here? Aftermath Analyst is offline. You could try and go with Urza's Cave. Yeah, this is all fine. Down to 13, draw. Rumble. Don't care about Rumble. 4, 6, 7. Ugin. Ugin exile Titan. Plus draw. Sprawl, pass. Urza Cave. For T-West? No, Saga. Saga's fine. So he goes, or attempting to go Saga Beats. Amulet. 2 in hand. Make a construct. That is fine. Draw. Saga. Or Sprawl, rather. Sprawl's mana neutral. I think we go Windswept Teeth. I guess I should have probably done that a bit different. Forest. Ugin plus. Draw. Talisman. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rumble. Blue or green, green. Yep. Rumble. So we have a blocker. So in Myco Spawn, I will grab the Myco Spawn. So now I have 2 blockers. Yeah, I guess I should have probably played this a little bit different, admittedly. I should have sprawled first. Cast Myco. 2 in hand, holding Ghost Court. I guess the question becomes whether or not I should hold up the Ghost Court. I think the answer is yes. Saga. Exile Grazer. The Jukabog. I don't think that does really anything here. So maybe we just go E-Temp. Could also go Lab, play Talisman. I think E-Temp's probably better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 regardless. Yeah, we'll go E-Temp. Exiles Grazer. And hold the Ghost Quarter. Three. Saga. I guess Ugin does get hit though, so maybe I should have actually held the spawn instead of the Ghost Court. Shoot. Oh, they have something anyways, it looks like. Saga trigger. Saga. Yeah, if I would have just held the spawn, we would have been able to block both, where now we can only block 1. Lotus Field. Yeah, Ghost Quarter's not going to do much about that. That's a ton of mana. I mean, we'll just... No, I mean, I'll hold the Ghost Court. What do you have? I mean, if you have Titan, you win. Titan, yeah, so it didn't matter what I got here. Because now we're going to go through Mirror Pool lines. This should just be lethal damage. Or pretty close to. If you go Mirror Pool, we have the Ghost Quarter. This is why I wanted to hold it. Mirror Pool. And we need to hit the Mirror Pool. And the other options hit the Hainweir, but then they can just... Yeah, we have to hit the Mirror Pool. There's no ifs and buts about it. Alright. Not thrilled by that, but here we are. So they can haste another... I guess, oh, they can haste the Titan, right? Haste the construct, haste the construct, so that's lethal damage. Thing is, if I hit the Hainweir, then they would just grab. Damn. Yeah, if I hit the Hainweir, they would have just grabbed Echoing Depths. Yeah, so I mean, it's lethal damage. We'll concede. No point in belaboring the point. We needed to hold the Ghost Quarter. That was non-negotiable. We wanted to press Ugin forward. Yeah. That one's a bit annoying. Lost for game one. I feel like I probably could have played that a bit tighter, but I'm not entirely certain how off the top of my head. And I guess we played the Sire. It would have cleared one of the constructs off board. I'm not sure that would have been enough. So definitely want the Wasescape. That much is certain. We can cut the K return. So against Amulet Titan. I've been given a suggestion, the Trout Flute. Let's see, we can cut Gemstone. I want 3 Flute. Cut Gemstone, we keep the Bog, the Ghost Quarter. And then I guess we could cut 2 Ugin or 2 Sire. Sire can block into an Emrakul really well. Ugin can kind of be a bit meh at times. So I think we keep it like this. Yeah, let's do that. And then I guess on the draw, cut a Writhing Chris or Malevolent Rumble. Probably Rumble. On the play for game 2. That's Mulligan. Not ideal, but we can keep it. Pitch the Bog. Done. Misty Rain, pass. Put a pause on end step. Saga trigger. I'd love to see a Wasescape here. Commercial District. Trigger. Emrakul. I'm thinking. I mean, we have 2 Malevolent Rumbles. We'll put Emrakul on top. Draw. E-Temp. Rumble. There's Ghost Quarter again. 2, 3, 4. And we'll grab the Ghost Quarter. 3 types in yard. For Emrakul, we'll hold. Saga trigger, we can Ghost Quarter the Saga to eliminate the whatchamacallit. To eliminate the Amulet. So I think that's probably right. No land. Draws a card with Explorer but doesn't play a land. Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that's fine. Not ideal, but fine. Grab a forest. And pass. Draw. K command. Let's see here. We can rumble first. And let's rumble first. Disruptor Flute, Sire, Ugin's Lab. It's tempting to grab Flute, but I'm wondering if maybe Ugin's Lab's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll grab Ugin's Lab. 4 types in yard. play Ghost Quarter. And do we go to upkeep draw? No, we want to go to... I guess we can just pop it now. No reason not to, I don't think. Yes. We can't wait until they draw, because then it triggers. We wait until upkeep, but then doesn't really do much. So 4 types in yard, 8, 10. There's Handweir, 3 Spelunking, so that's an Amulet effect. Would really like to see a Wayscape then. T-West. Draw. K-Command. Ugin Lab, Imprint, Emrakul. I'm going to dig a bit here and hold up a green source. So X equals 3. Done. Bottom all. Draw. Perfect. Kicker. Kick Spelunking and pass. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spelunking, rude. Stop getting amulet effects, please. Simic Growth. Picks up Boseiju, Lotus for 6. Yeah. Titan. So Vesuva, Crumbling Vestige. Echoing Depths, Lotus Field. Oh no. Do you have another Titan? Pact. Analyst. You only have 1, but you have 2 Lotus Fields, the problem, so that's a win. Yep, you win. I will concede. Alright. Unfortunate. Yeah, we have 2 Lotus in field and Analyst. They have the full loop, so no sense in belaboring the point. Well, we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4. On the draw for game 1, we'll keep. Pass. Love to see a lab here. Utopia Sprawl will be good as well. Let's see. Also take a Temple. Sprawl's good. Like I said, we'll fetch Misty Rain because we don't know what we're up against. Grab a Forest. Sprawl. For red. And pass. So next turn we can Talisman, Breeding Pool. I guess Breeding Pool, Talisman, Rumble. And that sets us up for a kicked Myco spawn on 3. Underground Mort. Could be Yogg. Could be Broodscale. Keeps it on top. We'll pass. Undercity Sewers. Living End? Could be Living End. Subtlety feels like Living End. Yeah. Maybe. Draw. In that case, Breeding Pool Shock. Talisman. Does it resolve? Rumble. See, I'm thinking of keeping the Sire and Soin Mega Spawn and putting them into Yard here. Because I think it might be Living End. It might be Soul Tie Living End. So I think grabbing a Gemstone or a Sprawl would make the most sense. Let's grab the Sprawl. At the same time, Sprawl it out of type to yards. Let's grab Gemstone. Yeah. Alright. I'll pass at this point. Yep, I was right. Good, good, good. So now they need to find an endurance. At this point we pass in full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would have loved the Bajuka Bog to be in yard still, I suppose. There's Overgrown Tomb Shock. Casting what? Do you have the endurance? Charlotte's Agent. Okay. Living End. Sure. Really? You didn't go or wait for that. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm fine with this. I have 0 qualms. And I guess you could put Charlotte's Agent back on top and go for another Living End. Opponent just scoops. Alright. Not sure what you were thinking, but I'll take it. So let's see here. Take a look at the sideboard guide for Living End. Also didn't update whatchamacallit, Amulet. Let me do that real quick before I do forget. Cut a Chrysalis on the draw. Now Living End. So Grafdirk is not doing much. We want Trinisphere. We can cut K Return. We can cut Emrakul. Let's see. Living End, Living End, Living End. Cut Emrakul. Cut K Return. Disruptor, Flute, Trinisphere. Yep, Flute seems right. Cut an Ugin. Yeah. And cut Ghost Quarter. Yeah, Ghost Quarter's not doing much here. That all seems right. Don't think really anything else needs to come in because we need to play around Inevitable Betrayal. Okay. That all seems good. Yeah, I was fully expecting an endurance there. On the draw for game 2, I will keep. Double Trinisphere is looking good. We can go Lab, Tuck Ugin, cast Talisman, and have Flute. Ugin, Talisman, pass. Fetch Misty Rain. Underground Mort. There's a forest. And I will pass. So I'm thinking Trinisphere. Next turn, Wraith. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2. Wouldn't have enough for both Soy Mike Spawn and Trinisphere unless we draw into a 7-mana value spell. K Command. K Command's solid. But I'm most worried about a... whatchamacallit. I'm most worried about a... Inevitable Betrayal, not a Living End. So we'll go Trinisphere. If they have Beseiju for Trinisphere, then we have Flute. So in that case, let's go Trinisphere. Force. Well, that's a problem. Sing the Stupor to Yard. Maybe we should have played Flute then? The only thing is Flute can be kind of a 50-50 if they are playing whatchamacallit, if they are playing Inevitable Betrayal. I'd love a land off top So I can Mycospawn Bajuka Bog and hold up Flute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess, no, I wouldn't be able to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess what, yeah. Hedge Maze. And draw. Talisman's not it. In that case, cast. See, they're putting a ton into Yar, so it makes me feel like they're still on Living End. I'll cast Talisman. And again, cast a Trinisphere. You have another force. If you do... Okay, so it looks like we're good there. Could be Boseiju, no Boseiju. Good. 2, 4, 6. Next turn we can kick Mycospawn and Bajuka Bog. Take out the blue source for the Charlotte's Agent and the Halo Forger. Temple Garden Shock. 4 in hand. Calling Ritual. Rude. So now I have no green source, but we can K-Command X2. Okay. Draw. Ugin. Hold K-Command, hold Disruptor Flute. Guess we could name Boseiju, but they could always have a force of Vigor. Calling Ritual's interesting, though. End step. K-Command, X equals 2. And done. Talisman, Wooded Foothills, bottom Talisman, top Wooded Foothills. And draw. Wooded Foothills. Fetch. We'll go Stomping Ground. Shock. Kick Myco. Let's get rid of the blue. Green, green, black. Endurance. So I guess they're worried about a Bajuka Bog? Maybe. Target self. Okay. In that case, no Bog. We'll grab a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I grab Cavernous Souls here. That way we can play the Chrysalis and also hold up Disruptor Flute. I'll pass and hold. Go to combat, attack for 3, or hold. Alright. Draw Null Drifter. I will cast Chrysalis. Draw 2, or not draw. Create 2 spawns. Think about Null Drifter for next turn. Either that or Ugin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Downside of Ugin is that I wouldn't then have enough to cast the Disruptor Flute. And also, in retrospect, I should have actually grabbed a lab for Ugin because I didn't have enough for Disruptor Flute anyways because of Trinisphere. But I guess if they had to get rid of Trinisphere, then I could Flute. That would be the idea. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, we'll take the win against Living End. We'll be back for match number 5. Once Moto catches up, that is. There we go. Yeah, Tritosphere definitely carrying a lot of weight here. And I think Flute definitely a good choice. Alright, left real this time. Back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match 5. On the play for game 1. Let's take a look. Debbie Sprawl, Rumble, Myco Spawn. We'll keep Wrangling Forest, Sire. Misty Rain, Fetch. Again, we're playing into the blinds. We'll go Forest to play it safe. Sprawl. Sprawl doesn't resolve, we're in trouble, but thankfully it does. We'll pass. Would love to see a land off top. Specifically, I would love to see a E-Temp. We'll pass. Steam Vent, Shock 18. Or Ragavan. Well, I'd really love a land off top then. Draw. Chrysalis. No dice. Malevolent Rumble. Show me E-Temp. We found the E-Temp. Perfect. Play the E-Temp. We'll snap block the Ragavan, so that's not an issue. Now is this... I'm trying to think what this is. Could be Grixis Control, question mark? Not Prowess. Could be Murktide? Could be Cutter, maybe. Yeah, blue-red Ragavan, a little bit odd. Jeskai Energy. I haven't seen that in a hot minute of Mockingbird. Blood Crypt. Okay, so looking like Grixis Control, maybe. Shock. Red. Bolt. Yep. We'll pass in full at this point. I should have floated it just to feign having a K command. But they would have just phase changed. But still should have done so. Ragavan hits the 17. Breeding Pool. Would have liked that land. Draw. So they could have double... They have double blue is the problem here. So I'm a bit worried about a counter spell. Thinking about maybe holding the K return instead of trying to get a blocker on board. Otherwise, we could go Chrysalis. They would need a consign. Yeah, let's do that. Yep, there's the counter spell. But we'll still have blockers for Ragavan. Unless it is consign main. Well, I can't really do much about that. I mean, the good news is we ate the consign. The bad news is Ragavan's definitely going to get another hidden. Oofda. Pass. And us missing the land drop is kind of rough as well. Arid Mesa fetch. Temple Garden. Oh, it's Zoo. Zoo? Main deck consign and Zoo? Huh. That's interesting. 4. Ragavan Trigger. Sanctum. Taking all my lands here, friend. Would like those. Thoughtseize? Red, black. What? What is Magus? What is this? Molten Rain main? Sign of Drago. That's fine. Ew. Double Sign of Draco, so I kind of want to set up this K return if possible. Probably best to set up the Sire, though. So, cast Sowing Myco Spawn. grab E-Temp and pass. So we need a land off top. We're going to take 8 down to 7. You have a bolt. Ugh. 10 down to 5. You have a Tribal Flames, you win. Null Drifter. You could evoke the Null Drifter. Draw 2 cards. The problem is Sire's 7 deaths doesn't necessarily save me. Evoke the Null Drifter, yep. Hmm. 3 cards in yard, 6. Need to draw into a land for Sire. If not, we lose, I think. Draw. K command. I might be able to pull something off here. We need to hold red, though. So let's tap. K command. Target me. Hold red. Oh, I need to actually hold the green. Shoot. Yeah, I need to hold green, not red. Okay. Basically, we're trying to stack the top for Rumble, potentially. K return. That's hot garbage off the top. I guess maybe I should have just tried the dig for Chrysalis. Another K command. I can rumble. What good will that do? Verdant Cat. Doing a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, we'll just concede here. Alright. So that's loss against Zoo. Yeah, that consign main was rough. Alright. Well, let's take a look for Zoo. Cut to Ugin, Gemstone Ghost Quarter for Wastecape Dismember. Yep. Ghost Quarter, Gemstone. And Rumble. Alright, so let's run it back. Yeah. If we had resolved the Chrysalis, we definitely would have been in a better spot. Not sure if there's anything much else I could have done there is the problem. No, not that I can really think of. We were dead to the Scions, and we had no way of dealing with them outright. I was trying to see if we could find a convoluted line of getting the K return into yard into a null drift, but I think that was a bit of a stretch. Double K return, double E temp. We're worried about Molten Rain, Charma, and of course Consign. I mean, I'll keep it. It's not bad. Yeah, that's a good example where Ragavan really can just run away with the game if left unattended. E-temp, pass. And pass. Blood Crypt Shock for Ragavan. No, for Thoughtseize. Cecil. Oh. Do I care about you? I mean, kind of. Ramp, exile you. What I really need is a green source. Done. So you're down. We'll pass. Because at least we can again block a Ragavan. And hold. Biggest thing is I just want to play around Consign right now. Another Cecil. Okay. Holding out the Bloodstained Mire. That feels like Consign. Draw. E-Temp. Don't mind if I do. I'll pass and see if they will fetch. If they don't, they're holding up Consign. They might still be holding up Consign, but at this point, I'm gonna dig deep. I need a green source ASAP. X equals 6. Sire, Bajuka Bog bottom. So we can do a lot here, actually. We have 12, let's say 11 mana. After we play a land. So minus, so I'm thinking bottom. Let's see. Problem is I want to get this Myco spawn out and kick, potentially. So we'll go top, 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 and draw. And pass. Steam Vents tapped. And pass. Fetch Arid Mesa. Temple Garden Shock 14. Green, black, Draco. Holding up Steam Vents. Yeah, a bit worried about that. Lifelink. So we can block, sack, no life gain. But it feels almost counterintuitive to Cecil, funny enough. Go Forest, cast Breaker, exile Scion. And we can block. And pass. And draw. Forest. World Break. Go after Scion. And pass. So even if they have Consign, which they don't, good to know. Alright. We can play Sire. We have 5, 11, 12. 12 mana, -4, 8. So we can play, kick Mega Spawn, and cast World Break or cast Sire. Okay. Headquarters tapped. I want to get rid of the headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. I mean, they have all 5 basics regardless. Black. Or not. White. Binding. Okay. Yep. So he's the breaker. I guess we could breaker the binding, getting the breaker as a thought. Red. Red dash Ragavan? I mean, we'll block the Ragavan. Block the Ragavan, not the Cecil, though. Because that way you have 4, 10, 11, 12, 12 minus 4. Actually, sorry. 4, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 4 would be 8. So no, I guess I can block both, actually. Well, I guess except for the fact I do not have double green. Right. So in that case... I will kick Spara's headquarters. Grab an E-temp. Play Sanctum. And then cast Sire 7 Deaths. Yeah, if I hadn't blocked with a second spawn, we could have grabbed a forest and then world breaked. Trigger 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll be short 1 for Emrakul. In that case, I mean, I think we could just go Wastegate Battle Mage. That's a valid option. We also have the World Break. We could grab Null Drifter to dig a bit deeper. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Null Drift since we don't want to run out of gas here. So Null Drift and pass. Because even if they were to get rid of a E-temp, we can still cast Null Drift or a Breaker. Yeah, this seems fine. No attacks. Draw Dismember. In that case, let's go Breaker. And hold up Dismember. Breaker, target binding. Do you have Consign? And Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alright, let's go to sideboard for game 3. And we want the gemstone back. I think we actually cut a rumble here. Either cut a rumble or cut a Bajuka Bog. We haven't seen Flage out of them yet. So maybe we cut the Bajuka Bog. And we'll cut Bog. And run it back like this. Alright. Yeah, I know Cecil's been being tested in Zoo. Definitely will be interesting. We can keep this. I'll pass Forest Sprawl red. Imagine they play Ragavan on 1 normally, or Cecil. Ugin Lab. Utopia Sprawl for red. Okay. This way we have access to Wastegate. We have access to Cake Return. Theater, Surveil. But puts a card on top. And pass. Arid Mesa, fetch 18. Temple, shock for Sign of Draco. Binding. That's a bold move, Cotton. We'll let the 7-man Valley spell off top so I can wastegate that. Verdant Cat, no dice. So we'll play the Verdant Cat and we'll surveil at end step. We have Dismember in case they play a threat. And we can always wastegate next turn. Green, red, Kavu. Kavu resolves. They could have Stubborn Denial is my only concern here. Fetch. Steam Vents. Shock. I wasn't expecting to fetch, I'll be honest. That seems weird to me. Commercial District. Trigger. Sowing Myco Spawn. As much as I want it, I'm not sure if the sequencing's right. Put it on top regardless. Let's see if you have a Stubborn Denial. Again, should have played this in response to the fetch. They do not. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Battle Mage kick. Ooh, that is one downside here, is I can't make it uncounterable. Give me my Utopia Sprawl back, please. But I mean, if this eats a consign, I'm okay with that. Let's be real. Think about something. Okay. Yep, I mean, that's fine by me. I'll pass. You still have another Wastegate. We have a Myco Spawn that can ramp. Red, white, red, Flage. Yeah, this is where that Bajugabog would be good. So I wonder if maybe pitching a third K return would be better than cutting the Bog here. Probably. Because no matter how you cut it, they're looking at Flage next turn. They need double white though. Gala Shrine. Shock white. Spell Bomb is fine. Draw. Dismember. So I'm thinking we Myco Spawn, grab E-Temp. Myco Spawn will die to Flage. Cast Myco. Yeah, if we had the Bajugabog, we'd be in a much better position right now. Grab the E-Temp. And pass. Yeah, they had one card in hand, nothing to do with it. Ugh. Yeah, so I'm going to change that. I've always been kind of meh about cutting Bog in this matchup. So I'm going to say no more cutting Bog. We instead cut the K return. Woodlands fetch. For a mountain. Here comes Flage. We can bounce at the hand, which is beneficial. Flage. We'll pass in full. Let's actually put a pause on end step so it might get spawned down. Yup. Spell Bomb, draw a card. Already played a land for turn. So we can bounce Flage the hand, exile the Binding, get the Utopia Sprawl back. Alright. Draw. Sire 7 deaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. So kick and kick. Blue. Green. Colorless. I guess actually it might be better for me to go blue, green, colorless. Exile Binding, bounce the Flage. And we could go for black for Dismember, interestingly enough. We already have red, we have blue, we have green. So going black wouldn't be bad. Black, equip, pass. And hold. So you can cast Flage again, Helix the Wasescape. You have 4 in hand. Yeah. And on the bright side, we can play the Sire here. Wear Tear? Rude. Yep, you got it. So I need a land off top for the Sire now. Holding blue. Alright. Targeting me instead of the Wasescape. Interesting. I would like a land off top, please. They have double red, or triple red, Bloodstain Mire, so they're gonna be able to play the Flage. Land. Talisman, shit. Cast the Talisman. Do we hold the Wasescape? I mean, it's going to get Helixed, or I'm going to get Helixed. If they have an Arena of Glory, though, that would be a problem, because that would be a clean 12. I will attack. They'll fetch. Blood Crypt tapped. Okay. Double red, double white, Flage. Yep. Go down to 9 or Wasescape will die. Imagine we'll go down to 9. Alright. I'm angling to do something a little bit tricksy. Oh, really? That's fine. Okay. End step. K return. Dismember. Flage down again for the umpteenth time. Draw. Another K return. Alright, here's Sire's 7 death. Let's see if we can rally back. No. They have a Leyline Binding. That will be troublesome. No Leyline Binding. That's good news. A Bolt and a Trouble Flames kills me, though. Clarion Conqueror's fine. Draw. E-Temp. Go to combat. No reason to play the E-Temp right now that I can think of, though. I'll just pass with the K return and hold. Yeah, they really need a binding right now. Sign of Draco resolves. Draw. Lab. Go to combat. Did we somehow fight through, what, 3 Flasias? That's what I'm hoping. Alright, so Sire has pseudo hexproof now. We'll play the E-Temp, no reason not, with another land in hand. And hold. This will deal 4 across both. So if the K return resolves, then I can get lethal damage. Draw. Alright, let's go to combat. Attack. They have to block. Cast K return. Does this resolve? If it does, we win. Again, a Leyline Binding won't do it. They specifically need to counter the K return. Or find some way to gain life at instant speed. I don't think they're on Solitudes, and even then, they'd have to Solitude their own creature to survive. And Bones gives it up. Alright. Well, even though we did not have our Bajuka Bog, we were able to eke out a win there, playing through that Flage. Not my favorite way to navigate that, but it did work out in the end, so I can't complain too much. With that being said, though, that there will be the end of today's league with a 3-2 record at the end of 5, so not bad. Overall, pretty solid league. Pretty happy with it. That being said, though, that there will be the end of today's video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. It'd be much appreciated. For as much that I hope that you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. At which point, I will start monetizing these videos, allow me to save up towards a stream PC so we can stream live over on Twitch. In the meantime, though, if you do want to support me monetarily, you can do so over my Patreon, where you get early access to my deck guide, as well as my YouTube videos. With that being said, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!